Hello students, today we are going to see about homeostasis. Uh, what is homeostasis? This is our outline of the presentation. Uh, in this presentation, we are going to see introduction to homeostasis, what is homeostasis and what are the basic mechanisms in homeostasis and what are the basic systems in our body that maintaining the homeostasis and what are the components basically involved in maintaining a homeostatic system and what are the mechanisms that are happening as an action of plants for maintaining that homeostatic system. Mostly this is done by the negative and positive feedback systems. First one is introduction to homeostasis. We all know that is homeo means same, that is maintaining the same condition, same status, the same thing is happening in our body, that is our internal environment must be maintained in the same when we are having a different deviation of a function or normal limits. Basically, this internal environment means it is the ECF, that is extracellular fluid in our body where the cells are live. It includes blood and the vasculatory system. Fluid present in our cells are called interstitial fluids that are contains many nutrients, ions, and other substances that are necessary for survival of the cells. Normal healthy organisms, mostly the human beings, maintaining that internal environment as a constant, they have to be in within the physical limits. If there is any deviation beyond the set limits, body suffers from many malfunctions and dysfunctions. So, our ultimate goal of an organism is to maintain a healthy environment, normal healthy living, which is achieved by our maintenance of the internal environment within set limits. The concept of homeostasis forms a basis of physiology because it explains why the physiological functions are to be maintained within a normal range, and in case if any deviates from this range, how it is homeostasis brought it back to the normal. Here we are going to see about many examples in future. Mostly this is done by um, the variety of sensors which recognizes the deviations. The sensors that senses the deviation and send an alert to an integrating system. That integrating center immediately sends information to the concerned effectors to either accelerate or inhibit the activity so that the normalcy is maintained. Restoring back our normalcy also done by this effectors. And we know many of us, our body systems are maintaining our homeostatic mechanism. Here we will see some of the example homeostatic mechanisms. The BH of our ECF is maintained at a critical value of 7.4. That is, the tissues cannot survive if it is altered. The decreasing of pH, that is acidosis, or increasing in pH, alkalosis, affects the tissues markedly. The respiratory system, blood, and kidney help the regulation of a pH. Another example is a body temperature. It is maintained at 37.5 degrees Celsius. If there is an increase or decrease in the temperature, alters the metabolic activities of the cells. This is done by our various systems, that is the skin, the respiratory and digestive system and excretory systems and skeletal muscles and nervous systems. These are maintaining the temperature within a normal limit. Normally, the adequate nutrients are supplied to the cells, and the nutrients are essential for the various cell growth and another activities. The digestive and circulatory major role in the supply of nutrients. And adequate oxygen is available to the cells for metabolism of the nutrients. The kidney and other excretory organs are involved in the excretion of a waste product. The water electrolyte balance should be maintained optimally. Otherwise, it leads to a dehydration or water toxicity. If alteration of osmolality of the body fluids also sometimes happen. Kidney, skin, and salivary glands and GI tract take care of this. All this abnormality. These are the some of the examples. Next, the skeletal muscles also involved in that homeostasis. It protect the organism from the adverse surroundings, thus prevent the damage or destructions. And central nervous systems and autonomic nervous systems, everything regulates our vegetative functions of the body, essential for hemostasis. And what are the components, basic components involved in the homeostatic is here the summarization, that is, our homeostatic system basically contains a sensor and a control center for information, and the command is happened as the effector. That is, effector take the command and it make the corrective actions. And here I stated that what are the self-regulatory devices, how the body acts through for maintaining that homeostatic system. Mostly the cycle includes four components, that is sensors or detectors and control system and the effectors. If the effectors do the deviations. And next one is how the action of homeostatic mechanism is happening. Mostly, the homeostatic mechanism in the body is responsible for maintaining the normalcy of various body systems. How it is happening is through the feedback signals. And what is a feedback signal? Whenever there is a change in the behavioral pattern of any systems, the effectors will bring back the normalcy either by inhibiting or reversing the change, or by supporting and accelerating the change, depending upon the requirement of the situation. This is achieved by the feedbacks. This feedback is a process that is proportional of the output signal of a system is passed back to the input. This is done often intentionally in order to control the behavioral pattern of the system. There are two types of feedbacks, that is negative and positive feedbacks. What is the negative feedback systems that help to maintain the homeostatic is, here we will see about it. Negative feedback is one to which the system reacts in such a way to arrest the change, that is, reverse the direction of change. After reversing the message, the effector send a negative feedback signals back to the system. Now the system will stabilize its own function and makes an attempt to maintain the homeostasis. In this case, we can see an example of stimulation of a TSH, that is thyroid stimulating hormone. If there is any inhibition of a thyroid stimulation secretion, then it will, if there is an increase of secretion or an decrease of secretion, the normal level is maintained by inhibiting or either motivating the function is done in a negative feedback. Most of the time, the increased secretion of thyroxine is done normal, apart from the normal level. It is this system will regulate, it inhibit the DSH secretion for then decrease the secretion of thyroxine, then it come to the thyroxine level. To maintaining the normal, no deviation level, the negative feedback will work forward. This thyroid stimulating mechanism is mostly focusing on the pituitary gland that stimulates the thyroxine by stimulating the thyroid gland. This TSH is released every time from the pituitary gland that stimulates the thyroid gland to secrete the thyroxine. If there is any deviation in the thyroxine in the blood, it inhibits the thyroxine secretion of the TSH from pituitary, so that the secretion of thyroxine from the gland will be decreases. Either vice versa will happen here. The another example for the negative feedback is water balance. Here the chart I gave here for your reference. It maintains the normal water content in the body by stimulating thirst condition and no thirst condition. By increasing or decreasing the water content. Next, we will see about positive feedback. Positive feedback is one which the system reacts in such a way to increase the index of the change in the same direction. It only focusing on the increasing the intensity the same direction. Mostly it is less common in our body mechanism because it is only activated during the emergency situations. That is, for example, during the blood clotting. And these are the stages when if there is any injury or any accidental conditions, if it will arrest the bleeding. This happened if there is any injury to the blood vessel or bleeding, the formation of prothrombin activators will be activated. Then it will simultaneously conversion of a prothrombin into thrombin, then the conversion of a fibrinogen into a fibrin, then it will stop the bleeding. And this is an example for a positive feedback for maintaining the body homeostatic conditions. Then these are the static mechanisms mostly helpful for maintaining the internal body environment to maintain the every physiological systems to maintain its physiology by maintaining it in normal limits. Thank you. We will meet again.